All right, so get this. Today we're going deep on fitness, but like how it changes throughout life. Like what works when you're a kid versus, when you're, getting up there in years.
Right. It's like fitness has its own like secret language or something, depending on how old you are.
Exactly. And we're getting all this good stuff in this podcast.
Mm.
I listened to Fit Life. They had some real experts on. And let me tell you,
Them.
my mind is blown.
Oh, yeah. What'd they have to say?
Well, for one thing, I never realized how much your approach to fitness actually needs to change at different points in your life. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it, but,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm with you there.
So, okay, let's rewind all the way back. The childhood, those teenage years.
Okay.
I remember when I was a kid, playing tag was like the most fun ever.
Yeah.
And riding my bike felt like pure freedom. And the Fit Life people, they were saying that's exactly the point. Like making movement fun for kids is huge.
Yeah, those early experiences, they're really shaping how you see physical activity for the rest of your life.
Hmm.
Building coordination, those motor skills, learning to just love being active, it all starts there.
It's true. Makes you think gym class should be way more like a playground. Obstacle courses, dance battles, maybe even a little parkour.
Right? Imagine that. Like making fitness an adventure from day one. Plus, think about the social side, the confidence boost kids get from moving their bodies. Team sports dance classes, even just goofing off with friends at the park. It all adds up.
For sure. So, okay, let's fast forward a bit. Now we're in our 20s and 30s. Seems like everyone's hitting the gym hard, pushing limits.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's pretty inspiring.
Yeah, that's often when we're at our peak physically. But, Fit Life made a good point about the stage, too.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
It's easy to go overboard. Overtraining when you're young can set you up for burnout or even injuries down the road. It's all about balance, even when you feel invincible.
So it's not just going all out. Got to factor in recovery time, too.
Mm.
Starting to see a pattern here. Fitness at every age is this balancing act.
It really is. And especially in your 20s and 30s when you're juggling work relationships, all that. Building a sustainable routine is key. Like time management and consistency, those are way more valuable than crushing every single workout.
Yeah, burnout is real. Speaking of juggling life, Fit Life also talked about the mental health benefits of exercise, like managing stress and anxiety, which, let's face it, can be pretty high in those decades.
Huge point there. Exercise isn't just about physical strength. It affects your mental well-being, too. Regular exercise can be a major help for managing stress, improving mood, and just building that mental resilience we all need.
Totally. Okay, so now we're moving into the 40s and 50s. Starting to feel this shift myself. Less about breaking personal records and more about, feeling good, staying active.
That's a big transition point. The focus often shifts from pushing limits to maintaining health, mobility, flexibility. It's more about feeling good, staying active, and preventing, those aches and pains that can creep up.
Right. Fit Life actually surprised me with how much they emphasized strength training in this age group.
Makes sense, though. We naturally start to lose muscle mass as we get older.
Mm.
It's called sarcopenia, but strength training can help fight that. It preserves bone density, boosts your metabolism, even helps with hormonal balance, which is important, especially during this time of life.
Wow. So strength training isn't just an option. It's like preventative medicine at this point.
Pretty much. And they also talked about flexibility exercises like yoga or Pilates, keeping those joints happy, preventing injuries.
Yeah, makes sense. Got to keep things moving smoothly. So it sounds like in this stage, it's about working smarter, not necessarily harder.
Exactly. You want to keep your body moving and adaptable. And Fit Life brought up another thing we need to think about. Many people in their 40s and 50s are dealing with chronic conditions. So it's even more important to modify workouts and find activities that support overall well-being without making things worse. Low-impact stuff like swimming or cycling can be great. Gentle on the joints, but still a fantastic workout.
Good point. Okay, so now we're shifting gears to the 6 knees and beyond. And this is where Fit Life really hit hard on how crucial staying active is for overall health and longevity. Like movement becomes a superpower at this age.
It really does. Maintaining independence and vitality, those become the priorities. And that's where functional strength comes in. Being able to get up from a chair, easily carry groceries, play with your grandkids, just moving through your day comfortably and confidently. That's what it's all about.
It's not about bench pressing your weight. It's about living your life without limitations.
Exactly. And they were big on walking for this age group. It's simple, but it's so powerful.
Yeah, walking always seemed like too easy. But I guess it gets the job done.
It really does. It's accessible, low impact, and great for your heart. But don't write off strength training completely. It's still important. Just got to adapt it for, age-related changes.
So lighter weights, slower movements, focusing on maintaining that strength and range of motion rather than lifting super heavy.
Hmm.
It's like fitness is a dance that changes with you throughout your life.
You got it. And here's where it gets even cooler. Studies are showing a strong link between staying active and having a healthy brain as you get older. Regular physical activity could help prevent cognitive decline, maybe even things like Alzheimer's.
So it's not just about your body. It's about keeping your mind sharp and engaged as you age. That's a pretty powerful motivator to keep moving.
It is. Yeah, it really changes how you think about getting older. It's not about slowing down. It's about finding new ways to thrive and adapt. Like your body's telling you, keep moving, keep exploring.
I like that. And it reminds me of something else they said on Fit Life that stuck with me. It's not about trying to look like some, magazine cover. It's about feeling strong and capable in your own skin.
Exactly. Functionality, vitality, experiencing life to the fullest. And that message is important at any age, really.
Totally. So we've covered a lot here, from playing as kids to, staying active later in life.
Hmm.
What's the biggest thing that stood out to you?
I'd say the key takeaway is that fitness is a journey, not a destination. It's about finding what works for you at each stage of life, listening to your body and embracing movement.
I love that. Takes the pressure off trying to be perfect and puts the focus on what matters, feeling good, moving in ways you enjoy, celebrating what your body can do.
Right, and it's never too late to start. Even small changes can make a big difference. Fit Life mentioned that there's no right age to begin or even restart your fitness journey.
That's good to hear. Life happens, and your fitness routine should reflect that.
Yeah.
Maybe you were super active in your 20s, but then things got busy, and now you're getting back into it in your 40s or 50s.
Or maybe you're retiring and realize you have more time and energy for fitness than ever before. The point is, it's never too late to prioritize your well-being.
And there's so many options out there, from dance classes to hiking to strength training to just taking a walk in nature.
Exactly. It's about finding something that sparks joy, makes you feel alive. Fit Life really captured that feeling of possibility. Like it's about consistency, enjoying the process, and making fitness a part of your life, not a chore.
Couldn't agree more. Before we wrap up, though, I got to bring up something that Fit Life didn't really talk about, but it's been on my mind this whole time. The role of technology in fitness. Seems like it's getting more and more important no matter how old you are.
You're right. That's a whole other layer we haven't even touched on. Think about it. We've got wearable tech tracking every step, personalized fitness apps, virtual training, even AI coaching. It's crazy how much technology is changing things.
Like a fitness revolution. How is all this tech affecting our relationship with fitness, across different age groups?
That's the million-dollar question. Is it making us more accountable and motivated, or is it creating new pressures and unrealistic expectations?
I can see both sides. On the one hand, you've got amazing resources and information right there in your pocket. But then there's the potential for comparison, information overload, feeling like you're not good enough because of some, digital standard.
It's a double-edged sword for sure. It's up to us to figure out how to use this technology to empower ourselves, not let it become a source of stress.
It makes you think about how tech will shape fitness for future generations. Imagine kids growing up with fitness trackers, gamified workouts, virtual reality fitness adventures.
Wow. It's exciting and a little scary at the same time. Will it make them love movement or create new problems we haven't even thought of?
And what about older adults?
Hmm.
Could technology help them stay active, connected, and independent for longer?
It definitely has that potential. Imagine wearables that prevent falls or online fitness communities to combat loneliness. The possibilities are amazing.
But we have to be careful, too. We don't want technology to leave some people behind, create a digital divide.
Absolutely. It's about making sure everyone has access, regardless of their age, income, or how tech-savvy they are. It's about using technology to create a more inclusive and empowering fitness world for everyone.
It feels like we're at the beginning of a huge shift in how we approach fitness, and technology is going to be right at the center of it. Yeah, it really is a whole new world, and who knows what's next.
Makes you think. And it kind of brings us back to what we were talking about before. Fitness is a journey, not a destination. Technology can change things up, but those core principles like movement, adapting, finding what works for you, those are always going to matter.
For sure. Well, I think we can all agree this deep dive has given us a lot to think about. From playing as kids to all this high-tech stuff, we've covered a lot.
We've seen how amazing the human body is, how it adapts and changes what it needs throughout our lives.
And we busted that myth that fitness has to be the same for everyone.
Yeah, instead, we've learned that it's about finding what works for you no matter how old you are, whether you're 8 or 80. There's a way to move your body that makes you feel good, improves your health, makes you feel better all around.
Right. We also got a peek into the future. How technology could totally change fitness, but also how important it is to use it the right way so everyone benefits.
It's finding that balance, right? Using tech, but still staying connected to our bodies and remembering how good it feels to just move.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we hope you're walking away with a new way of thinking about fitness. It's not about being perfect. It's about moving through life with strength, energy, and a little bit of fun.
Remember, it's a journey, not a race. Progress over perfection. Find what you love, listen to your body, and keep moving.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into fitness across the lifespan. Until next time, keep exploring, keep moving, and keep those bodies and minds strong and healthy.